Good morning to everyone. Hope I have plenty of light. This is a very quick update. This is day 20, can't even see, 21, and it's Friday. So that makes it 3 weeks since I started this cutting back on my 3 medications that I take at night: SEROQUEL, REMERON, and REQUIP. And as I explained all through this, it's been a one change to another change to another change, for days at a time, in between, trying everything that I could do that would be tolerable to get cut back on these medications. And last night I taped, I was going to make a decision whether I wanted to, because as of like 4 days, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 days of taking half of my REMERON, half of my REQUIP, and the whole tablet of SEROQUEL, which in the beginning I was halving them all, and each time I tried something different over a few periods, few days before I changed my strategy. And I woke up at 11, and here in Oklahoma it's just past 1, and I still feel like I just woke up. So the sedation is still there, and I talked about the way I feel when I wake up after these 4 days is not so overwhelming, is more tolerable than waking up in a state of dread, depression, panic, overwhelmingness, and then the negative thoughts, about being so tired. I just don't want to do anything. Keep trying. Or anything else, really negative. But I've been trying to stay positive, and I have to say that I haven't had any withdrawals as of yet from the 4 days of doing this routine, which is a good thing. Like I said, you never know from day to day. So I can tell that the SEROQUEL is the most sedating pill, of the 2, REMERON and the SEROQUEL, because the REQUIP is for restless leg. That goes with that. But I didn't put makeup on or anything. This is from yesterday. I didn't wash my face, which is not a good thing for us girls to do, especially when you have sensitive eyes. It's not good for your skin. But I was just too tired, too busy, and too tired to take it off, so I will take it off today. But I never know what I'm going to say when I get on here, but you could tell I'm still, I'm just really tired and still sedated. I've got my eyes open for this, but it's been sitting here since 11, trying to fight to keep my eyes open and be able to do much of anything yet. Like I said, it's a good thing that I'm, been able to cut back on the REMERON and the REQUIP. So that's 2 medications I've so far been able to cut back on and maintain that. I meant my body accepting that. And then that full dose of SEROQUEL. That's the one I really want to get to the point where I can, after my body is comfortable and stabilized, and I'm, handling the, no withdrawals, and my body's gotten used to, okay, I like this less of those 2 pills. It's really a positive thing. So I thought I had to decide whether I wanted to go ahead and just cut the SEROQUEL, but I decided better not to, since my body has been through so much, my mind and my body, that I needed to take a break. I really do. Because before this process started, I was already so wore down that, like I said, I spiraled so far down. I was at the bottom, just wanting to give up on life, period. And I've come this far, and I've woke up like that a lot. Sometimes I get so frustrated when I'm doing a documenting that I almost sound, or I do sound, and I kind of express the way I feel of frustration going through this. But I need to keep doing it for the simple reason that for those, I put this out there in, for public, so whoever, like I said, it could help to see my process as I'm doing this, and what it does to you, the things that happen to you are important to know, because nobody's going to tell you that except people that, maybe testimonials that you see that people are going through the same thing, on one drug, or more than one drug. Everybody's process is different as far as the drugs, the withdrawals, the state of their being, mentally and physically. And you see a lot of up and downs. That's what it is, constantly. You'll see, okay, they're having a good day, and then they're back, they're back depressed and everything again. And that's the state that you stay in. And there's one more thing that I thought of this morning, is that, when you've been struggling for so long with physical or just your mental disorders, drugs, your adrenals glands which produce the adrenaline hormone. You know, from staying in that state of stress all the time for such a long time will wear those adrenal glands. It's like adrenal fatigue is what they call it, because you're always in this state, you know, of adrenaline, and you a lot of fatigue. I mean, probably most of your fatigue will come from that, you know, over such a long period of time. I had an ER doctor explain that to me, and then I got a book on the subject. So that's not a good thing. Like I said, there you go with the physical things that start to be affected by these drugs. I mean, life alone is tough enough to deal with when you're trying to deal with these drugs that are supposed to be helping you with your mental disorders. And then like I said, you can always expect in the long term, you know, especially when you're on a lot of drugs or very high doses of a drug or drugs, that is going to take an effect on your body, on your health, you know, which just adds to your problems. And then adding other medications onto that really weaken a person. I mean, your immune system, you develop things that, you know, allergies, allergic reactions, rashes, all kinds of things. I meant, and I'm not even getting into the, like seeing a cardiologist like I have, and, you know, all kinds of doctors for all kinds of things that have, you know, that have arose from all of this. So you can tell that I'm very tired. It doesn't matter how many hours of sleep, you know, I'm getting, like 8-9 hours tonight. Last night it was, as of this morning, it was 8. It's usually been 9. Once it was just less than 6, and once it was 13. So that's kind of a, you know, that's not too bad. But when you wake up and you feel like you haven't had any sleep at all, you know, what you gonna do? I meant your body's only gonna sleep for so long. But anyway, I don't plan on changing this right now. I do have something that I'm going to try to do tomorrow with my friend, is go to the gym. But it had to be a set time, which is something I don't work with well, because I never know what I'm going to be like. So that makes things really tough. At this point, you know, I don't want to give in, I don't want to give up, but I don't know what to expect tomorrow. And that's where your friendships really can take a change. You know, you can't keep friends because you can't ever plan anything, because you never know what you're going to feel like that day or at that time of day. But I'm going to try, and that means I'm really going to have to go to bed really early, so I'm up really early so I can come around. And I shall let you know how that goes. It would be fabulous to be able to get my foot in the door, you know, and then maybe during the week I can, you know, keep that up at least every other day. Because I already know my routine and the way I do things, so if I still have a membership, it's been so long, you know, it automatically comes out on my bank, so I probably do, but I shall let you know. And this is Karen from Oklahoma, and all I can say is just hang in there. Keep fighting the good fight, because it's going to get better. I mean, it always does, you know, but then sometimes it takes way longer. More difficulties along the way just add to the length of time it takes to recover from something, and then getting older makes it even harder. So guys, you know, I hope by following me, if you are, which I hope you are, that I've made sense enough, you know, even though I have a hard time concentrating and getting my thoughts, and I'm not going by notes, that you can see my process and get something from it. You know, if nothing else, God, I wish I could tell you what my life's been like, what I've been through, what my husband's been through for years. So all I can say is that if I can keep doing this, if I you know, your body fights to live. I'll just say that. It fights to breathe. It fights to live. And yeah, you have those low points, and sometimes you can be there for a long time. But things always change constantly, and you can start getting better. Not where you want to be, but better. And like I said, this is not something that you can just do in a matter of time, because for everybody it's different. So I'm just going to keep doing this, like I said, because I don't ever want to forget this. I mean, this is good for me too. I can look back on. So this is for everybody out there who needs to, you know, there's things that you are curious about, there's things that you would like to know about, there's, you know, and to make you know, you know, the biggest thing is that you're not alone, and you can spend time with somebody going through what you're going through, or a similar situation, you know. So with that, I say, since it's Friday, have a wonderful weekend. Until my next update, God be with you, keep you, and give you peace in your mind. Okay, this is Karen from Oklahoma saying goodbye. Bye-bye.